Hey Gators!
Welcome back to another edition of Swamp Talk.
I'm Colin.
And I'm Isabella.
And now for a few announcements.
On Thursday, September 12th, there's a volleyball game at home against Wiregrass High School at 6 o'clock.
Friday, September 13th, there's a varsity football game at home against Tampa Catholic at 7:30, so be there to support our Gators.
Attention varsity football players. Remember that before the game, there will be a pre-game dinner for the team and the coaches at 3 p.m. after school.
On Tuesday, September 17th at 6 p.m., seniors and parents are invited to attend a presentation about the college application process, post-secondary options, and the SAT and ACT. If you can't make it, handouts and slides can be found at Mr. Mellon's Twitter.
In regards to the worldwide news, today marks the 18th anniversary of the 9/11 bombings, a truly tragic event in American history. Here's Isaiah with some more information.
Today marks the 18th year anniversary of a tragic event here in the U.S. On September 11th at 8:45 a.m., Flight 93 crashed in the North Tower of the World Trade Center. At 9:03 a.m., United Flights 175 crashed into floors 75 and 85 of the South Tower of the World Trade Center, killing everyone on board and hundreds inside the building. At 9:37, hijackers on Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., killing 59 on the plane and 125 people, military and civilian personnel. For the first time in history, the FAA grounded all flights in the U.S. In a heroic attempt at 10:07, passengers and crew members of Flight 93 tried to retake the plane from the hijackers. In desperate measures, the hijackers purposely crashed the plane into a field in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. We now remember this day as not a tragic accident, but an event that strengthened our country and brought us together.
In other news, India's first attempt to land a spacecraft on the moon has unfortunately failed. Here's Cole with more information.
This past Saturday, India's first attempt to land a spacecraft on the moon has unfortunately failed. India has relocated its Vikram lander, known as Chandrayaan-2, after the unmanned vessel lost communication to Earth 1.3 miles away from the surface of the moon. The roughly $140 million mission was intended to study moon craters that were discovered to contain water deposits by Chandrayaan-1 in 2008. If this landing succeeded, India would have become the fourth nation in the world to land on the moon, right behind the US, Russia, and China. Earlier this year, Israel also made its own attempt with its unmanned Bereshit spacecraft, which crashed during a moon landing attempt. It's only a matter of time until someone has a successful landing, but it's just a matter of who it will be.
In lighter news, Maurice, the French rooster, is being sued by his neighbors for excessive noise.
In the quaint village of Saint-Pierre-de-Oloron in Rochefort, France, a rooster was sued in court over noise complaints. Maurice the rooster first caused a disturbance to neighbors in 2017. However, since neighbors move in and out of the city, they never complained up until recently. Corinne Frisseau, Maurice's owner and caretaker, was heartbroken by the news, so she went on to the internet for help. After the online petition was over 140,000 signatures, Maurice was released as innocent. Frisseau said she was relieved that we won the fight, and the mayor of the village, Christophe Sawyer, said that the verdict was common sense and that throughout the world we were failing to accept difference. Who would have guessed a rooster would have such an effect on the hearts and minds of others?
I guess you could say he was ruffling some feathers.
That's all the time we have for today.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at LOLHS Journalism to stay updated.
And tune in next time for another edition of Swamp Talk.